Good afternoon, everybody. You're with the Hophead Connisaur, along with my co-star here for another installment of Subpar Sunday. If you have not been following me, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, leave me a comment at the end of the video. Let me know what you think about today's beer review. Now, this beer has been around since 1975, and it was interesting. My daughter and I went to Fort Monroe today to go to the beach. First, we tried Yorktown Beach, and that place was insane with the amount of people. So I was like, okay, let's just go ahead and go down to Fort Monroe. You know, that beach is kind of spread out and everything. So, we pull up our property, pitch the umbrella, chair, lay out the blankets or towels, and anyway, go out and swim. And while we're waiting to just kind of soak up the sun and everything, I'm sitting there on my towel, and this guy has my Subpar Sunday beer in his hand. I was like, dude, you don't even know. I'm about to destroy that beer today. Now, honestly, I can't say I'm going to destroy it, because I will tell you, this was actually one of my go-tos when I was younger. Now, when I say younger, obviously drinking age, of course, but this was a go-to beer of mine. Okay. So it's funny I sit there and say I'm going to destroy that beer. But anyway, this is not a lager this time. This is a Pilsner, still a light beer, and still rated at 4.2%. So again, lower end of the spectrum for my taste of beers, even though I do like some good beers that are in the 4% range. But those are sometimes like sours and stuff like that. Maybe a session IPA that might be in that range. But, when it comes to lagers and hefties and pilsners, I'm not going to go out of my way unless it's, I'm going to just throw out the shout out here to Coastal Fermentory, because, they're always experimenting with their different styles of beers and everything. So I'm going to give them a try there. Just because, it's a new brewery, and, I want to just give a chance for that, brewery to succeed and everything. So I'm going to try, their pilsners and their hefties when they make them, and their lagers. And, they've done some really good things, but for the most part, I'm not going to just walk off the shelf and say, I'm going to go buy a lager today from this brewery, wherever, in the Midwest or out West or East Coast or South or wherever. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'll try it here, but that's about it. So anyway, 1975, it was a really popular commercial in the 80s. And when I give you the phrase, you're going to know the beer without me having to put it into the picture. Tastes great, less filling. Tastes great, less filling. If you know the beer already, you already know what I'm going to be reviewing today. So anyway, if you don't know, because you're, not of that era and everything, today we are going to be talking about Miller Lite. Now, Miller Lite now is owned by MolsonCoors, and again, like when I was growing up, I loved, Miller Genuine Draft, Miller High Life, Miller Lite. These are my go-to beers, and this is what we're reviewing today. So, looking up the ingredients. Lots of different ingredients for this one for some reason. Barley malt, obviously water, corn syrup. It's to help speed up the fermentation process for the yeast. Hops and hops extract. If you want to check this stuff out, go to the Miller Lite website and click on our beer and click on learn more, and you can read some of the stuff there. But as I was doing my reading, I was like, oh, okay, interesting, because for the most part I've always just seen barley malts, water, and hops. So to see something different in this beer, okay, a little different. If you know, this is our 14th installment. I think it's 14 now. Gonna be too many dang beers to keep up with, so gonna do my best to probably start making a list, like I think I said the last video, of trying to keep up with, trying to tell you what we've already reviewed. But I know we did Miller High or Miller, Miller High Life first was our first one. The champagne of beers, another go-to beer of mine when I was younger, and it was cheap. I mean, you could buy that stuff cheap. I'm sure you could buy this cheap. So you might be wondering, I have never seen that can, what do you want to call this, bottle before. Got this in the Midwest. I mean, I'm sure they probably have it here too, but again, it's hard to find singlets sometimes. So when I was out there in Indiana, I picked up a bunch of singlets to bring back and do my Subpar Sundays with. So this is what we're going to be viewing today and, you know, doing our taster. Of course, we have our country bumpkin glass to drink it out of. But yeah, that dude, you know, he got the white can out, you know, with this, you know, on the can and everything. I'm thinking to myself, man, I used to drink that stuff when I was, you know, in the 90s when I was 21 and stuff. And yeah, I haven't had one since I started drinking craft beer. So this might be interesting because it did come from the beach. And, you know, little sun exposure, you know, so, you know, a little dehydrated a bit with the water and all that. But, you know, this might taste good. Who knows? Coney, you want to crack the can bottle? What do you want to say on this one? You want to try to open that up for me? No? All right. Oh, he's going to get in the picture here. All right, so twist off. Interesting, huh? No? Okay. Thought I'd throw it out there. All right. So here we go with Miller High Life. Or Miller Lite, not Miller High Life. Miller Lite. All right, let's see how this pours for our camera. Again, 4.2% Pilsner, not a lager like I've been reviewing. So anyway, wow, look at that color. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is a pint, so wow. I did fill this up almost. Wow, look at the carbonation in that. Holy Jesus. Man, lots of bubbles for this one. I filled this one to the brim, so guess what? I had to drink this. Anyway, you know, it's like that, hate to say it this way, it looks like that pea yellow when you haven't drank enough water or you've been drinking too much water beer, or let me get the fingers in there. Water beer, subpar beer, crappy domestic beer. All right. So since I filled this to the brim, I'm not going to just like hold this up or anything. Okay. Smells like a Pilsner, I guess. I mean, you know, my friends would say, yep, it's just a, I would say, yep, it's just a Pilsner, but I mean, not much for the smell. So, you know, it does have a light smell to it, but that's about it. So let's give it a taste and let's see if I remember Miller Lite. Probably don't. Oh my gosh. It's like drinking vegetables. Oh, or drinking, no, it's like drinking bread. Ugh. First, I got a little bit of a corn taste. I'm going to pour the rest of this in here so you can see me drink this all the way down today. Yes, I'm going to finish this one. All right. Normally I don't pour it all in there, but yes, we will pour this one all in there today. Yeah, that literally tastes like a loaf of bread. Oh gosh, it had a little bit of a corn flavor up front, but then that barley malt flavor just hit me in the mouth. All right, and keeping up with the tradition of the show, and for Subpar Sunday, for Miller Lite, here we go with the chugging experience of this beer I probably haven't had in 20 years. Here we go. That's super cold. Holy crap. Excuse me. The chugging experience today of this, oh God, that aftertaste is horrible. As I'm going to tell my daughter later, Dad's going to have to drink a craft beer now because this craft beer sitting in my mouth is just, ugh. God. Oh, I feel so disappointed today. This is super cold. Oh, gosh. I have to stomach this one like, oh. Here we go. Try to finish this now. Excuse me. I do not miss this beer. Oh gosh, forgive me. I do not miss this beer at all. Anyway. Oh gosh. Burp, sorry. Trying to talk. Miller Lite, 4.2% Pilsner. Subpar Sunday. Whew. Remember, get out there. Support your local craft breweries. Drink craft beer. Oh, vomit on that one. And not this crappy domestic beer. We'll see you next week during the week for another beer review, but we'll definitely see you next Sunday for Subpar Sunday on Father's Day. If you have a recommendation for a Subpar Sunday beer for Father's Day you want me to review, throw it in the comments. Have a good day, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And we'll see you next Sunday for Subpar Sunday with Coney.